was not the right mix, but anyway, either one works fine.
Okay, all right, you got it. Let's see if I get the. For some reason.
So this one came out. I found a box in my basement of some micro cassettes. Do you guys remember those?
Oh yeah.
That's how I used to make voice memos.
Yeah,
But I didn't have a player for it, so I bought one on eBay. But long story short is I went all the way through like 10 different micro cassette tapes, found this song, forgot I wrote it, and I tweaked it a bit, didn't have a demo of it. So this is a demo for posterity, but and I'm trying not to go too far in the production process so that we can make adjustments easy. So it's a love song to the moon.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let me just for the record, he did format this correctly, but I'm having trouble uploading some of these files. So one glimpse is all I need. So let me fix these really quick. Sister Moon, come to me, beautiful. Can you speak my fears? That is me. Eventually, Sister Moon, come to me. Okay, so there is the chorus. That's the chorus. That's the bridge. I feel alive. All right, here we go.
Daylight drifts from view till shadows can't be seen. I search into the sky of purple velvet, hoping to see your face glowing. There's magic in your eyes, it pulls me in. So close, makes me feel alive. At last you rise in your golden dress, such a sophisticated child. You're so full of secrets learned through ages, twisted myths from dizzy sages, chasing the sun around the sky. Oh, Sister Moon, reflect in me all your qualities serene, 'cause I will need it through the burning day. One glimpse is all I need. Sister Moon, come to me. Tell me your dreams, whisper in my ear. Sister Moon, you are so beautiful. Can you dissipate my fear? The tide turns away from me, but you always return eventually. Dawn's eye peeks over the horizon, and I feel you waning. Oh, before you go, take my hand, spin me round this grain of sand, 'cause you dance so gracefully. Sister Moon, come to me. Tell me your dreams, whisper in my ear. Sister moon, you are so beautiful. Can you dissipate my fear? Sister moon, Sister moon.
Right on, man. Lovely playing. All right.
Thank you.
Let's see.
I did play around a little bit with the pronouns. I obviously chose the second person here, but tried it with a third person perspective.
Yeah. I love that idea of singing to the moon. That's really beautiful. That's a beautiful idea.
One question I had, if you, I mentioned the title of the song in a verse somewhere.
Yeah.
Didn't know if maybe that was not a great idea or what.
Yeah. How dare you do that? The audacity. Let's see. All right. So one thing that's one thing that's messing me up a little bit, and this might be I would need to listen to it more times. Structurally, I'm getting lost a little bit. So let me ask some questions to find. I want to know what I want to talk about what your intent is. Here's a huge fear of mine. This is a big fear of me to where I say, hey John, I think you should write your song like this. It needs to have this form and this, and then make you conform to like my ideals as a songwriter instead of what you're vibing on and feeling. So I want to talk about kind of what your intentions were, and so that I can tell you, okay, here's kind of how, as an audience or as a listener, here's how I'm experiencing it, and is what you intended versus how I'm experiencing, is that matching up? Because if it's matching up, then we're good. But if there's a disconnect, that's something we should discuss. All right, so all right, so here you have a first verse, and musically, like your chord progression, what happens here, is it the same thing that happens here or here, or is musically this section different than this, and then because this kind of felt like, this part kind of felt like a pre-chorus to me.
You're talking musically?
Yes.
Yeah, so the first verse kind of does have an intro verse vibe about it musically, because I'm using the intro guitar riff to sing over.
Right.
And then the second verse, it kind of gets into it, like.
So, which is fine. All right. So this is kind of an introduction. So musically, this section is different than this section, and then you have, which is also musically different from this section, which leads into the chorus, right?
Yeah. So it kind of, I guess I kind of wanted it to kind of, bloom a little bit, maybe.
And all right, so what's here's how we're experiencing it, because it's feeling it feels like you couldn't make up your mind, because you have section one that's so that's new, so we hear this for the first time, and we kind of establish, like, because we don't know what your intention is, we just know what we're hearing.
Right.
And I'll also say this, that musically I like all your sections, so it's not like, hey man, I hate that, man, what you did there I hate. No, you've made a bunch of really good choices. But look what's happening. This is, we hear this is new. Okay, then here's something that's new. So there's the second new thing, and then here's something new, and then here's something new, and then here's something new, and then this, instead of going, I think this section here mimics what you're doing here.
Yeah.
And but then you don't use this section. You jump right. I'm sorry. To get to your chorus here, you go through this pre-chorus, but when you do it here, you don't use that, and you just jump right into your chorus. And so I feel like you're making agreements with your listeners, or you're saying, and we're kind of experiencing a through written song. Now there's some really amazing what I call through written songs out there in the world. One of the most famous is Bohemian Rhapsody. You guys will hear me bring that up a lot. What is the verse and chorus of Bohemian Rhapsody? Well, there's not, right? It goes from one section to the next and to the next. So to help your listener, let's see, take everything that I'm about to say with a little bit of grain of salt, because I'm still kind of figuring it out in my brain. So I'm going to say it like it's definitive, but in my brain it's actually not definitive. It's like, okay, I'm just kind of, I'm discovering through words. Okay, so I love this. I love this part. I really and to my ears, what it felt like is this was the verse, and then this was a pre-chorus, and then this was kind of like a little post pre-chorus, and then the actual chorus.
Okay.
And so it's not that any of this was bad, but if this is how you're going to get to your chorus, I would duplicate that. So let's say hypothetically, copy. All right, so let's see. All right, so pretend that everything in italics is new lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's your chorus, and here's your chorus. So that you kind of have, you kind of have a match going. You have kind of this intro thing. Or if you want this to truly be an intro thing, and you don't want it here, at least do this, which matches this.
Okay.
So that we can recognize you getting it, so we can, because we'll latch on to your structure. And then let's see, so this will be kind of structure one, this is structure two, and then you have the bridge, And then here, all right, so let's see, this part is matching this.
See, I'm seeing it as I don't have a pre-chorus here. I have verse 2, chorus. That's how I see it, but
So
you
you're not seeing this as a pre-chorus?
no.
Okay, all right, all right. Oh, okay, so fair enough. All right, let's.
That's how I feel I wrote it. You may be experiencing it as a pre-chorus. I respect that. I just,
All right. Well, here's why I'm seeing like a pre-chorus, because if hypothetically, if all, well, and it's, I have it written as 5 lines. It's really 4 lines.
the second line is just rhythmically faster, and so
Yeah. That's why I put that ellipse there.
yeah,
But if this is truly your verse, if you're making a statement, this is the hill I'm going to die on, but you don't do that. You don't do that again. When you get down here, you have like a new verse structure.
yeah, because I guess I wanted to get to the chorus faster.
which is which is a good instinct. So you have all these different. You have, this is kind of a verse, and this is kind of a verse, and this is kind of a verse, and none of them match. None of them are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
And the good side of that is they are all fantastic sections. It's not like, well, geez, John, your writing is terrible. No, you kind of put 3 heavyweights into the ring. Or not 3 heavy. I'm trying to find a good boxing metaphor, and I'm failing. You have 3 different versions of good in here, but they're all masquerading as the same thing, but they're not.
so maybe start, maybe choose one to match.
Yes.
Okay.
And that will help. That will help your listener. So, and I'm trying to think outside of the box. Maybe, and I really wanted a second verse here, again, because what you wrote was great. Maybe, what if you did this? Okay. You took this, because this hypothetically is the same as these 3 lines. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What if you transferred this up, make this your second verse, and did something like this, and then you have the chorus, and then either use the last half, or write another section mimicking that. I'm sorry, I didn't copy and paste the right thing. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. All right, so I completely understand. Hey, I want to get to my chorus, so you could try. All right, so this guy is his own thing, and then in italics, that's your true verse. Then you have another true verse, and then you could do half a verse here, kind of like you planned it, and that would be okay, because now your listeners would be going, oh, he skipped that pre-chorus part, or he skipped that last half, and then that would be fine. I'm messing this up.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
But yeah, but I think having kind of that structure will help your listeners know where we are in the song.
Okay. Thank you.
You were dazzling us. Like, have you ever gone to a buffet and oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to the roast beef section, and then you walk over like, oh my gosh, there's a chicken section. Oh my gosh, there's a pizza section. Oh my god, and now you're lost at the buffet.
Okay. Thank you.
Man, my metaphors are terrible today. I'm so sorry, everybody. Thank you, John. Can we give John a big round of applause?